Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today
sounds like it, Pastor.
wow, I don't know, Justice tried to call me out because we've been trying to make this this video for quite some hours now, and my energy is like dun, dun, dun. Well, let's go straight to the street. Welcome here. And on this segment, we try to help medical students and medical doctors to be able to tell their stories and give information on how we can navigate our lives. So I don't want to waste time because I have a really special person here. I'm always on Justice's case. But today I'll try to be nice because, of course, it's here with us. So Justice, can you please introduce yourself?
Hey guys, how you doing? First of all, this is my pastor. In case you do not know, this is my pastor, and I'm so privileged to be here. My name is Justice Chinda, and I'm a musician. I'm a photographer, and I'm a medical student. So I'm here to answer questions or to generally talk about anything pertaining the field that I'm good at. Yeah. So.
All right, great. That was fantastic. I actually think that Justice, apart from his regular YouTube music channel, which I am a personal fan of, I always say it.
Pastor is a fan of my music, but not a fan of me. How does that work?
Clear.
How does that work, guys?
If you understand that separation.
Well, how do you separate the art from the person, Pastor? How do you do that?
I think it's genius.
Oh. Pastor supports all my music, but does not like me as a person.
I do.
Oh my God.
I used to like Justice though, but from the very beginning of life, he decided to ruin our relationship.
Wait, Pastor, I had a problem with coming late, Pastor. You could help me.
You had or you have?
Pastor, come on, I'm working.
See, if we don't try to be serious with Justice today, we'll just laugh to the end. So his YouTube channel link will be here. Amazing gospel songs. Like I said, like if I didn't know him, it was gonna be a YouTube channel and songs that I'll be singing. So I don't mean to flatter him, but I really love the lyrics. So I am recommending strongly his musical career first. Photography, we'll talk about that. But just by the way, any of my photographs that you see, most of them, a couple of them, he takes them. So credit for that. Good job. Well done. All of my photo shoots, amazing.
Thank you, Pastor.
Yeah, apart from that, let's say good and amazing things because this is a really nice person. Let's not do apart from. Everybody has a part sharp, but
Pastor, please, no parts today, please.
I agree. Totally.
No buts today, Pastor, please. Just give me smiles.
All right. So today I want to talk about medical school. Also about how we can develop our gifts and our talents and all of those things that surround it. But my first question today is, why did you decide to be a medical doctor? Because you are fantastically, I don't know if there's any word like that, talented and everybody knows if you know him very well. So why didn't you go to school of photography, music, or the arts? Why did you decide to become a medical doctor?
Well, Pastor, from the way you put it now, I just realized that before I made the decision to actually come study medicine, I had no idea that I was going to even fall in love with photography or even be a photographer. So photography was entirely out of the equation. And it would be an assassination, a suicide mission to go to my father and say that
I want to be a photographer.
I want to be a photographer. My dad is going to kill me because I'm the first son. And I'm the first child of my father. So he needs a medical doctor, he needs an engineer, he needs money, someone that represents the family, successfully.
Yes.
So for that time in my life, photography was not even in the equation. And then music, so music for me grew over time, and I just finished secondary school, so the talk was, what do you want to do? What do you want to study? So I was not a good singer in secondary school. I was horrible. I had a frog voice, so I wouldn't naturally just sit down and think that I want to do music my whole life. So these other two passions I have right now, photography, music, was entirely not on the table. So what was on the table was what I was good at, like educationally, academically, and I was really good at maths, anything calculations, and I was good at sciences.
So why not engineering? Why medicine?
Talking about that, Pastor, I did engineering for 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't, and I was so good. 4.92 CGPA.
Yeah, I had my own shit. medical lab, but I was very close. Okay?
Oh, you did med lab, Pastor?
Yeah, I did med lab for a while.
Oh wow!
That'll be another story for another day. I
had no idea about that.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I was really very good. So I'll share it. I don't want to give that.
Wow.
So what led you to engineering and then to medicine?
My parents. This entirely was not me. My parents. They I don't want to use the word manipulated, but they
pushed you.
They cajoled me. They made it look so enticing. So what happened was I was doing so well in engineering. My dad definitely wanted me to do medicine. It was all over his head. My mom just wanted the idea of her son being called a doctor.
Yeah.
So just one day, my mom called me back home from campus because I was in school campus in Nigeria, and the both of them sat me down and they told me, look at Nigeria. Nigeria is becoming bad. There'll be this, but we're going to take you out of the country.
Yes. I see. I see.
I heard I'm leaving the country, it was a no-brainer. I was like, definitely, I'm coming to do medicine.
That's nice. That's great.
So that was how I got here.
I want to ask because I'm getting information, not so sure. Please, if you're a parent and you're watching, please comment under on the comment section so that we know how to produce the content to get to everyone. Yeah. So most of us, for the most cases, most people I've interviewed and on this series, becoming a doctor was kind of like a family
influence.
Yeah. Can you say that there is anything that you have gained, like personally, although it was not initially your desire?
Okay.
Yes.
Or picked up.
That you picked up, like you feel like, okay, not bad, even if it was my parents.
Okay. In terms of the medical
field, strictly medicine.
Um.
Because let's calm down. For your case, you were academically sound, so
yeah,
I believe that whatever or wherever they've thrown you into, you could have survived.
Yeah.
So, anyways, is there anything special about medicine now for you?
Well, to be honest, yes, medicine is special to me now because of the influence it has on the preservation of human life. Yeah, that makes it, medicine will never lose its value. So for that reason, it always has a place in the world. Yeah, but personally, if medicine has given me any form of purpose, or if I see myself in any higher light, like so purposeful in the medical field, to be honest, no. Instead, every time I think of myself, I think of myself doing music.
All right.
I think of myself as this, person that has a studio, creating music, and that's how I get money, money.
But you already have your studio.
But stuff. You know what I mean, Pastor? Like
like
yeah. One time I saw you, Pastor. You have a productive place where you work, but I saw you post this very nice product. That's exactly what I mean.
From here to here.
Exactly.
I get you.
So I got a home studio now, but I see myself like owning something bigger. So instead, when I think about myself in the future, I see music. I see myself owning lots of other businesses, and the only thing I see about medicine is using my land back home to build a hospital.
It's amazing. And I want to chip that in because I get a lot of people say that they're not serious with medicine because their parents force them or influence them into studying medicine. Now for you, I know you're a very good student. Yeah. If anything I say about justice today that is good, just know that it's really good. I don't have any word of flattery for justice at all.
None whatever, guys.
So it's
if
legit.
You're saying this, trust me.
Trust me on this one.
It's good.
It's good. So anything I recommend here, take it. I would just avoid the bots, like I said. So.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Thank you. We'll keep the bots off the screen.
Off the screen, as usual now. No man, no one.
As usual, Pastor. There are so many bots that have almost killed me from this man.
It's okay. Let's just go straight. So, I want to encourage people. That's it. Like,
okay.
I believe that career is just a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Yes, you can actually and absolutely do whatever you want to do with your life. Really, to be honest, and I think that to even start from the point of being called a doctor, it's really amazing, because when people will be like, I want to do photography, I want to sing, or I got into the medical world,
tailoring or something.
I feel like my parents forced me. That's why no bro, no sis. Like, you're in medical school already. I feel like, except it's really tread into your mental health or your emotions, and you're really not doing well generally. I feel like it, and it's that, like I said, in most of the videos, there is this joy that I see my mom has when she says doctor. Yeah. And I think it is not too much sometimes to be an extension of your parents.
Very true.
Parents' dream. And I think that sometimes if you go into medical school, because I know the dynamic is different from in Africa. Let's not pretend we're not, maybe anybody watching this from any other part of the world, tell me how it is. But in Africa, like, we don't have these free choices that most people, westernized people have. Like,
of course.
Oh, daddy, I'm not going to study this medicine. I'm going to go and study. You, and the country is
end
already
up in McDonald's.
Yeah, like, the country is already suffer. So, you know, in other places they say you will suffer. You know, that suffer is like, maybe government will take you, they will pay you, like, you will really suffer. So you will suffer. So, just to throw it out there, this is the very first time I'm hearing your background story, and then you're still doing quite well. And I know a few people, I think I'll bring more people telling medical stories in this series that really struggled through medical school.
Yeah.
Some moved from arts to sciences.
Yeah.
And they were able to go through, and many of them are really practicing medicine right now, and they love it.
They're doing very well.
Yes.
They're doing very well.
So we can see just as a proof of someone who probably was influenced by their parents, and still yet you are doing well, teaching people.
Yeah.
You have like maybe tutorials
Yeah.
and books you put to help students pass their professional exams.
Yes,
right?
Pastor, yeah. I think it boils down to what you said. I picked two things while you were talking. You said something, it's not too much to be an extension of your parents' dream. Honestly speaking, that it would never be too much to be that. For them to envision a child to be something and then see you become that thing. But I think what really made it possible for me, no matter where I am, is because of my personal attributes as a person. No matter what I'm doing, I make up my mind. Yes. I make up my mind that no, this can never go bad. Like, it would come out to be on top of it.
And I know that due to popular demand, many people think that medicine is a course that is really for brilliant people.
Not at all.
To be honest,
I
love the pegs that comes from it. When I'm a doctor, they're like, wow, you must be so smart. No, I think no, guys. Medicine actually goes with consistency and discipline. That's all. With an average mind, you can really study medicine. Stop saying that you're not so.
You can very much study medicine. We're even talking about this, like, not before we started the video. Like, you could study medicine and pass, not be so excellent, but pass. And then when you start practicing, you find that
you get better.
You are a natural, like you're really good.
Yeah. So let's put it there. Some doctors are not so academically like gurus. But practically, they're so good. They're amazing.
They're so good.
So let's put it out there. So, but let's go straight. I would love to ask some very interesting questions. Like, let's look at now. You're talking to parents now. Okay. Now there is this part of where they are like, I sent you to medical school. Please do not dabble into anything. Don't tell me about recording music. Don't tell me about photography. First of all, tell me, how was it for you when your parents discovered that apart from medical school, you're painting your hair brown? And then
oh my god,
you want to write music, you want to do all those stuff, like what?
Honestly, nobody has ever asked me this question before, and this is the first time I get to put my parents' mind on the limelight. They are the most supportive people in the world.
Wow, nice.
To even go deeper in what I mean, they bought me my camera.
Wow.
So I was in second year and I just decided to get into photography, and I told my dad that I want to do photography. And I called him. I remember that call very well. I was like, Daddy, I want to buy a camera. And he asked me how much, and I told him $650, about $700-$650. He was like, okay, you know what, just give me some time. I'm gonna raise the money for you to get. That's how I got my camera, and I started photography. Then I started recording music. I didn't tell them before I recorded my first music, but then as I recorded it, I wanted their blessing before I released it. So I sent it to my mom. My mom was like, you do music now? Wow, you recorded a full song. Wow. and I thought she was gonna say like, "Are you reading Bible?" But no,
Yeah.
she prayed for it, and since then, my mom, every song I release, my mom.
She's like your biggest fan.
Yes, my
It's
mom. My mom is my biggest fan. We had this event, worship room,
Yeah.
and they took recordings of me while I was ministering.
Yeah.
And then I sent her the recording. So I did my song while I was ministering.
Yeah.
And she was like, you are my worship God. So
Wow.
like my mom pays attention to what I do. That was so heartwarming for me.
I could actually share in your joy because my dad on my YouTube channel comments all the time.
Oh my God.
Although sometimes I'm like, her daddy.
True,
As I'm recording, I'm like, sick of what you're saying.
Oh my, yes.
But that seeing his comment, no matter what, even if it's just a dot,
So encouraging.
that's supportive.
So encouraging.
Nature is so encouraging. So I'm so glad that you
have
that
this.
support.
Yes, have
so
this.
how can you advise parents that it is actually possible to be talented and explore your talents? Of course, in a very reasonable sense.
Reasonable, safe sense.
Yes,
yeah.
not losing the reason why
exactly.
they're
Paying so much money.
So how can you convince that it is possible? How have you been able to do it? Like if a parent, because I don't want to cite a lot of examples. I've seen many people. I want to promote my own people, okay? I love other people. like
obviously.
But I've seen many people like find a living out of medical
out
school.
of entirely what they give 6 years to.
Or 6 years to. And I feel like for the parents, to be very honest, let's say the truth, I don't think most parents, and if you're listening to me, to be honest, I don't think you care about medicine or really saving life. I think
what you care about, beautiful mom and dad, is success.
It's success and money.
And money.
Yes.
As long as you see your child balling.
Very few parents will be like medicine.
Yeah.
And all those stuff.
Yeah,
And maybe just because of their generation, the corporate world is what was reigning. But now corporate world is not what is, especially if you want to use Nigeria as
Pastor is hitting the head on the nails right now.
So talk to parents, like you having been a person that you've excelled. Now what year are you in a medical school?
I'm in my 5th year, going to 6th year.
Yeah, so you'll be in your final year next year, right?
My final year.
You did excellently well in your first professional exam, right? You're even coaching people.
Yeah.
So how is it possible if I have a child, for example, and he says, Mom, I want to record the music, and of course it's parental instinct to want to be like, is this thing going to be okay? Like, especially if they're not Christians.
Exactly.
Will you not be singing in club and all those?
True.
Please don't singing. If it's club, me and no join. Like,
the club will not support you.
Talent, I will take it to hell.
Will not support you.
It's not on this channel. Click out on put thumbs down. Click. I click out on the video.
Say I hate this content. Leave.
I hate this content. Leave. I don't like. It's okay for me. I'm fine.
Oh, good.
So try and talk to like parents, or try to talk to someone who feels like I have this talent to what I don't think he can go on with medicine and all this stuff.
I think at the end of the day, moms, dads, beautiful parents out there, I think at the end of the day, we have to come to have a conversation about what really matters. Yes, we know the academics matter and the 6 years to their education matters. True. The certificate is huge, it's important to you. But what about the other parts of your child's upbringing? What about...
Yes, my fear as a parent.
Let me let's do that.
Yes, my fear. Medicine is guaranteed.
Okay. What do you mean by medicine is guaranteed?
If he studies for 6 years and read his books, he will become a doctor. And if he becomes a doctor, it doesn't matter whether it's much high money or low money.
He's going to be
he's going to be making something, and that will give him at least a stable life. And after then, if he wants to go and do any other thing, he can do.
Okay.
This
typically an African parent.
But music, where? Who will buy your music now? And most likely, you can be at least very honest.
The struggle is real.
That it is
100%.
going to be stressful.
100%. No, not it is gonna. It is stressful.
So convince the parents. This point that
he just made it look very real to me now. He just made me see the way you possibly might be thinking. So this is what I want to say. What I want to say is there are a lot of ways that a lot of channels to success per se, right? Nobody's saying that medicine is not guaranteed. We know it is guaranteed. That's why the question, the way you even framed it is, what is the safe way, reasonable way that they can go about their talents and still not waste all the money that you guys are spending, the parents are spending on us. So that's the question. So answering that question, I would say that your child has to be, first of all, reasonable to understand that you the parent is spending a lot of money, that mindset alone creates a safe spot in your heart.
Yes.
The next thing now, the conversation has to be, what makes them happy? What makes them spark? What adds passion to their lives? What
if I want to be genuine as a parent? I don't care about your happiness. What do you mean that makes you happy? Should I allow you to go and
we're having a conversation right now.
Yes.
So now you just said, to be honest, you don't really care about.
I don't care about your
okay. But then you call me the first day. I'm not sounding really, really happy. I'm telling you that I'm so stressed. Met this one, my teacher did this, my teacher did that. You call me the next day, and then when you call me the next day, I was on my guitar.
Okay,
right?
let me tell you something. This is how Kolawale's child said he wanted to do music. Now, he did not.
Jesus, Pastor, are you sure you don't have a child, Pastor? Jesus.
He did not graduate.
Okay.
Every day now, gig, song. And now you're about to tour that part. It's the same part as, this is how, let's say, Simbi's daughter entered business and now no degree.
It therefore means Kolawale's child was not reasonable.
Yes.
The question was, what is the reasonable way to go about presenting your talent?
I am suspecting that this child is not a reasonable child.
Sorry, guys.
No, we have to have the conversation. I think let's help to break.
Yeah.
I think that these are things that even if you're watching as a child,
you should get to see the two sides of it.
Two sides.
Yeah. So I think the conversation then now expands. It's now a two-way conversation. You as a child you have a lot to prove. You have to show them by coming up with great results, great performance in school, to be able to even have that conversation with them.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to have a leverage.
Yes.
I think for me,
I think we're hitting the spot.
Yes,
now.
yeah. For me, okay, it's true. Let's be very honest. Let me not just come here and say my dad supported me.
Yes,
mom
and all
supported
those
me.
from nowhere.
No. Let's come to the ground. I had a leverage. I had a lot of leverages even. First thing was I had a very great first year result.
Yes.
And so when I told my dad about my result, I told them first about my result before photography came up in the summer holiday after they had seen my result. So they were so happy. You know this feeling, I sent you abroad and my child is excelling so well. I was on top of my class, to be honest. And I sent them the results and everything. So next leverage I had was, I saved up from the money they've been sending me. I saved up $200.
Yeah.
And then the way I pushed my dad was that, Daddy, you know that there is no way in the world I'm going to fail you academically, and I already have $200. I just need $450 to buy the camera.
Now now it's sharing the testimony in full.
Yes, I am.
You say I did not read and
exactly. It would never work that way. Your African parents will never support you. To be true, this is a very important conversation. So it's a two-way conversation because more of the job has to do with you, the child, before your parents. Your parents are at a safe place. They want what's best for you. They don't want to hear stories.
Yeah.
They are spending millions of naira on you. It's a lot. So anything you're bringing to the table towards your time and your resources here has to be something that will not affect their safety.
Their safety.
Yes.
Because your life is their life. Their life is your life.
Like we said, you're an extension of their dreams. So nobody wants to see their dream, their prodigy get out of place. So yes, Pastor, it's very, very true. Let me come to the ground here. You need to do a lot of work before you can present how you want to go about your talents.
And I think that for you as a talented person, maybe in medical school, trying to convince your guardian,
never thought of it this way before,
or
Jesus.
anyone, you have to really drop the passion. Okay, that a lot of I'm passionate about something. Sometimes passion can be so misleading. As great and as a direction as passion is, when not properly curtailed together. So you must sometimes set that passion and apply intellect. And at that point is where you begin to talk to your parents.
My God, this is mind blowing, man.
Justice can hype.
No, for real, like this is stuff. This is stuff to listen to.
So this may be something you have to convince them over 1 or 2 years about.
Yeah, very true.
And if somebody is investing in you, please, I believe that honor and respect should
100%.
There's some things you can be doing on the sideline until you can convince them you could be right. Nobody can stop you from writing.
Songs.
Yeah, nobody can stop you from developing yourself. If you have an instrument, learning and playing.
Yeah.
And then come to terms with them.
True.
Stuff.
Come to think of it, it is when you're not doing well in the one thing they sent you for that they will stop you for every other thing they didn't send you for.
And maybe they are calling you now when you're supposed to be in school.
Exactly. You're sleeping and you said, "Oh, I'm tired from yesterday's gig." And
true.
All very
stuff.
true.
So it doesn't
definitely.
It doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't make any
sense.
As
a medical student, we all know medicine is very tasking. And I think some of us, we're privileged, we dare to talk about these things because we're studying medicine outside Nigeria. First of all, by the way, if you're in Nigeria, I don't know how difficult. I was in a Nigerian medical school. Yeah, I saw people pursue their talent actually. I think it's one and the same thing. And well, it's just like here you have internet, you have light, social amenities that can make you combine.
True, that can make it a little bit more easier for you. But to be honest, Pastor, I think at the end of the day, it's about a person's tenacity. Yeah, if you do well in that one, present it. Everybody will support everything you do.
And by the way, let me just put it out there. I think it doesn't make sense for people to send you to medical school and then at the end of the day say you don't want to do medicine again. I don't know. Maybe there is a sense where that is right. I don't have the total story. But for me, for most of the time, I think that it's just 6 years. You should find a way to do what
just complete it, please.
Yeah. So let's just say conversation between parents and I think it's not so nice to just shut a child up. Sometimes you see that they'll find other ways to go and do things behind your back. And if they are really, they are really good, it will turn out good and you celebrate with them.
Yeah.
But sometimes if it goes south, it's because you didn't allow that conversation. And I just want every parent to know that passion is really very strong emotions, and it can actually send people mad. So if your child is showing strong passion for something else other than medicine, you need to calm down. You need to calm down because especially if you're not there, you don't have that influence. You need to calm down and have that conversation, or else you stand the chance of losing them
100% to that thing,
untamed passion, which is really going to be terrible. So, this is the worst. Okay, let's just leave that. But
so I have a question. I have a question before we just wrap up this part. So now I want to ask you as the mind of an African father, from the mind of an African father. So, your child is not doing well medically in med school, and then comes to you with this talent that is consuming his or her time, and then you stop the child from doing that particular. What do you, in your words, what would you expect of the child after you stop? Do you expect the child to completely never go back to that talent, or
if I say she not go there, I mean that she not go there. I mean that you should pack all the guitar, dash them to your friends, pack all
entirely.
If I sell all of them,
you won't try to find like a balance, like a place where.
No, I won't actually. I won't actually. You said from an African father.
From an African father.
But I think what it's actually good is to try to. And I think this. I don't want to talk about parenting here because none of us have.
True. Very true.
I'm just talking from the point of a child and from things I've read, obviously, not from experience. Although maybe.
Would you drop it, or if your dad said you should drop it?
If my dad says I should drop anything, I actually had a very troublesome adolescent age with my dad. We fought a lot about things. I think I was really terrible. I was a good child, but I was very opinionative, and I clashed with my dad all the time. So I think for now it's not going to be fair to answer that question because we've done the whole lot of clashing, and now we get to understand ourselves. But if my dad, with my mind right now, if he tells me not to do something, the next thing I want to do is to have a conversation. Okay. And I think that's why it should all boil down to conversations.
And that's one thing African homes don't do a lot.
So have conversations with them. Try to say, and you guys can come to a truce. Okay, you gave me 5 A's. You can actually sell that. Give me 5 A's.
Yeah. And then I get you a guitar. Yeah.
So you see, in such a sensible way, even if you believe that medicine will not, music will not work, photography will not work, business will not work, there's a way to actually go about it 100%. Without cursing. And then children as well, I think it's also, we listen to your parents. Sometimes they may be right, to be honest. So I think it's all about the conversation, the safe environment. Let's try this together.
Yeah.
Okay, now how much did you make in this business? How much did you do that?
And there's another part to this part. Alright, so Pastor, there's another side to this, right? Which is youthful exuberance. That when you said sometimes the parents might be right, that is very true. Because as a young person, let's stop all this millennial, but this
I'm passionate.
Let's
I need to do this for my mental health. I'm an advocate for mental health. Everybody knows that on my channel, a lot of videos on mental health. But I think now there's a negative sense of mental health. I'm not feeling okay. This medicine is disturbing my mental health. I have to go and sing for my. Stop it and listen to.
There's a part where you forget you're youthful, and we have this thing where we start something so passionately, and before you know, boom, we're done. Like, oh, I don't really like it.
Don't really like it
so
anymore.
Your parents are worried that you've started something and it's taking your time from what they sent you for, but you're so passionate at the moment that you don't see what they are seeing. You don't see that this might not be you, and they're trying to tell you that this is not you, and this is not the path to go. So there is really a place where balance and what Pastor said, you know, coming to the curtailment of your passion, to reason with whomever you're having the conversation with, to avoid youthful exuberance destroying your life, honestly.
Alright, thank you for staying with us up to this point. I think next time I'll bring Justice here. We should do this over like a mukbang.
Yeah. Yes, Pastor. Yes,
nice
food.
Soup. And then we'll share for some of you like this.
Yeah.
When we do give away at one particular time. It's possible. Alright, so let's say I have listened to my parents and I'm studying medicine. Maybe I really love medicine. It's okay for me, but I just have several other passions. And it's really killing me inside that I really cannot do some of the things I want to do. Blog, maybe art, draw, or sing. How would you advise me? My parents have said there's nothing else until after medical school. Maybe for someone, I think most parents are even very reasonable to say, okay, can you complete
give us this certificates and
finish
then
everything, then
you
you
do
can
what
do
you
what you
want
want to do. So what would you say to such a person?
Like we said, I think after you have the conversation with them and they stop you, and no matter what you've brought it up, you've tried to talk to them, but they still say, you know what, we don't want you to do anything else but medicine. Well, if you're abroad like we are, I'll answer later for people that are with them per se. But if you're here with like abroad, you're not in their sight per se. I think what you can do is do everything. The only thing they respond to is excellence in your academics.
Yeah.
I believe for them to tell you don't do this, it means they want you to do very well in whatever they sent you to do. So they would respond to excellence.
Yeah.
So if you always present great results, my dear, you can do anything with your leisure time.
Yeah.
Without putting it on your story.
Summer.
Yes, exactly. You can do anything you want to do as long as you present a great result to them. So my advice is you know what tickles your fancy, what you want to do, what you're passionate about. They necessarily don't need to know you know what you're doing, as long as it's good, as long as it's great, you're getting better, you're improving yourself, you know this is building to yourself, you know, attributes. It's great, you just keep doing it. And then probably what I am Pastor just said, if after your med school, right, and you go to London and sell out O2 Arena, and you bring your parents and say this is my concert and you introduce them, do you think they'll ask you about your medical certificate?
They forget it, I'm telling you.
They'll forget your medical. They're seeing everybody come to listen to their son or their daughter sing. So I think if they stop you from doing something, they have a reason. You just have to meet them at their reason. When you do that,
just find that middle ground.
Yes.
And like I said earlier, just explore the other things you can do within the confines of what they've allowed you to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop you from writing songs in your
free
time.
I
don't think your mom will
and
come
keeping
down.
them.
I don't think your mother will say,
yes.
never write
exactly,
song. Or,
exactly, but true.
Keeping
it doesn't
them,
stop you from writing, keeping,
you have a phone,
practicing.
You can just put record
exactly
at your leisure time.
exactly
If
you don't need to go all
go around.
That will now be rebellion to
That's
your parents.
and I don't support
nobody
that
wants that actually.
I don't support that. And
I know of a friend, sorry to cut you, sir, that was doing comedy. He was here, he came, started first year. He was so great, so prospective.
Great. Yeah.
And we had this rising comedian, Chris Clown. So Chris Clown picked him up to be doing skits with him. But his parents saw him mistakenly on Chris Clown's page. I said, shock!
Is that what
shock!
Yeah.
Catch the parents, say, my son!
Yeah.
So they called him and banned him entirely
from
doing comedy. And since then, the guy has never ever gone back to doing comedy. But he does skits on the low and post it in his story. All this, he doesn't go that big to be on Chris Clown's. So like whatever, you just find a balance.
We're Christians, and I also believe this, that when you honor your parents, you may think that you're not boom boom. I know this generation, you want to blow. Okay, it's fine.
True.
But I know that's not the definition of talent, though. Being popular. There are different reasons why you can explore your talent. There are some things I do that I enjoy, but I don't want to share their art, their
100%.
It's
100%.
just, and the people who play keyboard, they are great.
They just stay and just
but
enjoy.
they just enjoy that talent for just their time. They are not going to do concerts or anything.
Yeah.
So learn to enjoy your gift all by yourself. I even think maybe we can have an episode on that. Enjoy your gift by yourself. Even before anyone, I tell people I watch my YouTube videos like how many times? Like I didn't used to like my voice. Let's start with before. But now I enjoy hearing myself. I'm a fan of my own content. I think that's the only way you can put out your own music. You should be able to listen to your own music and enjoy it. And it should do most of that for you more than
your gift should be relevant
to you rather than because I think where people struggle is that my parents don't want me to be seen. But first of all, why do you even have to be seen?
Yeah.
If you really love music a lot, you will find joy in writing.
Producing.
I know there's let's not excuse that as content creators or as a talented person. There's a beauty in somebody appreciating your work.
Seeing what you're doing.
There's a beauty in sharing, and people are like, wow, this is great, and you're like, and then sometimes people go form like, really, I don't think it's like, that kind of stuff. So let's just close this. I think this is a really a big issue that deserves even a video of its own.
True. But to wrap up that, Pastor, I think let's just make one statement that is going to help a lot of people. Not everybody would blow in this life.
So to be honest, if you're doing something that it's not, that like we're saying, it's not enough for you, first of all, I think there is
not
something
everybody behind
it that needs to be worked on. So enjoy your talent, develop more, and parents also be very supportive. You know how the economy is turning into the world. The world now is fast moving from traditional sciences to talent,
new things entirely,
and gifts. So if your kids have these ideas, find the safe places to help them develop. Maybe if you don't want them to be doing concerts and all this other stuff,
incentives always work.
You can buy them on a keyboard and say, why don't you develop, why don't you record songs, send them to me, I'll play them and listen to them. After your medical school, we can, instead of, I think that's no
whoa,
yes,
oh my god, I think you'd be a great parent. That was good. That was good. If an African parent tells me I'll buy you all these things you need and give me great result, but produce and just send to us. Now let's just be enjoying you.
Let's enjoy you. Your family,
oh my god, do you know what you're doing for that child? Oh my god,
so
that's beautiful.
Say in the summer, finish your medical school, pass your exam. In the summer, I'll send you to this music school.
Oh my god,
I'll send you to this place. Let's explore. I think you need to be open. I think it'd be okay to say, I don't believe in this yet, but I want you to trust me enough to support this part in this level while you give me this.
Forget it, Pastor. What's the name of your child? What's the name of your child, Pastor? Forget it.
Child, not justice. Sorry.
That was an awkward
It's not going to be justice. Anyways.
That was a good one, Pastor.
So I believe that at that point in time, I think that's one fast way to cure the madness of passion.
Yeah. Oh my god. That was really good.
And I think a good child at that point will listen. And any child that doesn't listen after that point, it needs prayer. Call your pastors
for deliverance session.
I know
something has gotten into you.
So How has your talent helped you as a person?
Oh, the question of all questions. Oh,
so now listen.
Oh man. Oh, so my talent has, let's come ground. So here in Ukraine, we pay rent, we pay bills.
Yes, we do everywhere in the world.
Sorry, everywhere in the world. But true, everywhere in the world. So for a while now, let me be very honest, my parents have not been able to send me money to pay my rent or to even for upkeep, because Nigeria is horrible. The economy in Nigeria is horrible. Guess what? Photography and music has been paying my rent.
Paying bills, right?
Paying my bills. So first of all, the first help I've gotten from my gifts and talent is financial return. Like, I've been able to monetize my talents and put it in the right places, use it in the right places, that I'm getting money enough to sustain myself here in Ukraine. So that's the number one benefit for me. And then development, like there's a cognitive response when you build yourself, when you discipline. There was one time I came to his house and he told me that just this, carry this passion, build the music itself, like be better in this music than just I don't know how to
just
put
rush
it.
stuff.
Thank you. That was what you told me. Like, don't rush to produce and sing, but just calm down and build it. So that calming down process to build the talent is it matures your cognitive response.
So help me now. I am talented. I have support from my parents, and I have the ability to do that. I'm doing well with my medical stuffs.
Yeah.
But I don't really feel I'm good enough. But I just, there's this thing where you feel like you can do something, but you're not really sure of the quality, will people like it. Did you ever have that feeling?
I have that feeling up till now.
Yes. So
there's a song.
How did you push through it?
How did I push through that? How
do you continue to second guess yourself? Even for me now, no matter how much I encourage people for YouTube and all this other stuff, there's always this point. It's like, are you sure? But then there's always this other drive, like, see, even if I'm not sure, I'll just do it. You understand?
Yeah.
You see that two ways. Either works or it doesn't work. And either ways I'm fine. I enjoy lights, camera, talking. That does 50%.
Yeah.
But we know we all want more than the 50%.
Exactly.
So how do you push through? When you started, I don't know if we have time to talk about your brief journey of photography. The other day I saw you posting that not really a lot of people were supportive of photography. Let me be first to say I also wasn't a fan.
He wasn't a fan of my photography, guys.
I wasn't a fan of
He wasn't. He was doing me like this.
So how do you push through something like you didn't have really much credibility for, and now to the point whereby almost everybody who wants to do it should?
It's a more mental and cerebral thing than it is physical. So it's sometimes you're doing the thing. Like, there's something you explained one time that stuck with me. It's called toxic productivity, where you see a result of something and you're not at the result yet. You know how perfect it should look, but you're not there yet. So that discourages you from even trying. So yeah, that could be a thing with creatives, with doing talented stuff, because you know how perfect it should look, but you're not seeing the result. And people are not making you feel encouraged,
yeah, because we don't care about your process.
We don't care about you. Thank you.
Nobody really cares.
Content for ages, man. Nobody really cares.
Nobody
asks you, what did you do before?
It is your work to do. That process is. The world is vicious. Don't think anybody.
Very vicious place.
Very few people will say. Very few people say, I know you're not funny today. This video I'm watching, but you may become funny later.
Very few people.
People will just be like,
very few people.
Why are you doing comedy?
Exactly.
You're not even funny.
Exactly.
Like, they will diss your videos. I know people who
there.
their videos were dissed and laughed at today. They
very,
are
very,
big
very vicious
at
world.
their talent. So how do you, knowing this, how do you combine these things?
I got to a point, I just thought about it right now, and I remember getting to a point where I told myself that anything you give to time, anything you invest in with time can only multiply. If you invest laziness, if you invest I don't want to do this, I'm not ready for it, I can't do this, in time you would multiply I can't do in a lot of other aspects of your life. So I knew that if I gave trial to time, it would only yield improvement. It must only yield
So
improvement.
how do you deal with critics? And I don't mean good critics, because I critique your work.
Yeah, he's a very good critic of my work.
I don't know about that.
No, like, it's a positive critic you give.
Yeah. So how do we deal with
negative
critics? Like,
Okay, I've talked about this
from
before.
your classmates, family and friends.
Oh my
shockingly, people who feel like you don't have
Lord.
any business.
Oh my God, singing.
You know there's some people who they conclude your destiny for you.
Pastor, you sound very experienced.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God.
I was looking for pain.
There's so much pain inside.
They look at you and they say,
oh my God,
you have no business
doing this.
Yeah. And they're not even trying to say, let's have a conversation.
Oh my God.
They're telling you like, this is nonsense.
I've experienced this quite a number of times.
From a point now, I know that this is not every time everybody was like, you are my worship. Like, no, it's not every time.
True.
You know?
Very true.
So
very true.
How did you move from, that point of like, this is crap? Well, first of all, if it's crap, it's crap. Don't get offended.
There's a lot of balance.
It's so complex.
It's so complex. There's a lot of balance.
Yes, because if it's crap, it's really crap. Let's.
Yes, to be honest, I came to a safe balance to what we're talking about right now. That if somebody tells me this music is not so good, I need to sit back and say, wow, it was really not so good. Yeah. And if I feel like my gift is relevant to me, now I'm answering what kept me going. Your gift has to be relevant to you.
That's we say it. Find peace in what you're doing outside people's response or reaction.
Yes.
First of all, your gift is for you, and then
for your education.
After you can edify you successfully, and it
flow
to others, and that's what we call process.
That
point whereby you are convinced about it. Your gift or whatever changes you. It's to that level.
Then it flows. Very true.
So just like the way we say,
very true.
God does not give you a message; He makes you the message. Sometimes we only look at it as pastors, but singers, writers.
Anything you're doing.
Sometimes you see people, they say they've written over 50 manuscripts before they got that one manuscript that got publication. That's God taking you through that process. And there is no way. The first one was crap. It was. I was listening to
that was a lot of time for you to enjoy your craft.
Yeah, I was listening to this lady, Chimamanda. She's a very renowned.
Yeah.
She said she's very happy right now that the first novel she wrote never got published. She still has it. She says that time she wrote it, she felt it was like good, but now she knows how crappy that writer is. But look at her now. She has Purple Hibiscus and all the great works that she has written. So that process, but at the end of the day, for me, I think how I judge critics is that first of all, I want to know the heart of what the person.
I was gonna say this. I
really take my time.
It's very
important.
I think this is the basis to listen to whatever you listen to from people. Yeah, like if you listen to somebody talk about what you've put out, where are they coming from? Like what? First of all, was their intention towards you?
Just let me put out something there. I think it will help someone. What I do is that I take every critique or criticism. I take it no matter what, negative or positive.
Yeah.
But this is what I do. If I find out that you are coming from a negative part, I take a distinction between you and what you've said. I take what you've said. Thank you. I don't care the purpose of the criticism.
Okay.
Maybe you're saying it to tear me down, but I already done that.
Take it.
I have done that separation already.
Okay.
I separate you and I put you far away from my work, and I use what you have said
to fuel you
to get me better and to move on.
Oh my God.
So either ways, whether you are doing it ignorantly or negatively or whatever,
you're just giving me
you are helping me either ways.
Wow.
And if it's positive, I don't just take what you have said. Then I welcome what you have said and who you are, because that is what would give me pleasure, and that's what will give me joy,
satisfaction,
and will push my work. So many times people don't know how to.
It's a profound mental space.
They don't know how to do that mental space of somebody maybe going hard for your work. Maybe they say this is crap, this is nonsense. You could actually become a good student of negative criticism, whereby, because sometimes our greatest refiners are those who criticize us from a terrible place.
Very true. Very true. You get to hear the rawest negative things.
People who love us out of empathy
would never do that.
They will skip some details.
Very true.
They will try to make you find out. But you see, when somebody is all negative critic on you, if you take notes, the sky is your limit.
Very true.
If you take notes
Very
and listen,
true.
okay, this person is vicious. What are they saying? But I think you have to be very careful to separate their person from what they're saying, because I think what hurts people.
It's a tricky place.
Yes,
though.
what hurts people the most is the person.
Yeah, like you.
Like
wow,
you
said
of all
this.
people, like
Yes,
my housemate, for God's sake, like I put out a content and you know you don't even you just told me that it was bad, just like that. But what if it was really bad?
What it was bad?
So where I go into my room. I think I was telling someone one day to critique my work, and the person really went vicious on that critique. Like it was like an attack. Somebody was with me, and the person, I saw the person's face damping. But when the person finished, I turned to the person close to me and said, "Don't worry about that. Why is your face dampening? I asked for the critique and I wanted the critique, and I have separated the person
from what they said.
From what they've said. It doesn't bother me much what they have said. You will not have the boldness to say that. But I know that this person that has this certain mindset would be able to attack it fully, and I can enjoy that.
What a mental space, man.
At the end of the day, I don't think about you said what you want to say. You blessed me.
So powerful.
I can so see myself in that case, because you've given me a focus that I may never have seen. So many people, sometimes people are telling you your work is not good. They may really be bad and vicious, but you need those people. You need negative critique in your life, but be very careful. Don't accept their person.
Yeah.
So when the person is not there, you don't feel the hurt.
Yes. And when you see the people, even you don't bring what they've said to every space.
So for me, that's how I'll handle it. I don't know if
I
have another thing to say about it.
Pastor, that you said you gave a very nice balance touch to it. You gave the side of there's a possibility what they're saying is actually true.
True, yes.
For you to improve.
And if it's wrong and you know it's wrong, forget it.
Exactly. I am very good at shutting down.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And notice this. If you put your work out there,
you are putting it out for the lions, for the wolves.
If I make a YouTube video and press public, what I have given people the opportunity
it's the right or the privilege
to
say something.
The work. Yeah. So stop being lily-livered.
If you make the content and put it private,
yes, nobody
can.
So you must develop a tough skin if you're getting to the talent.
Exactly.
Well, I know it's not easy.
It's very vicious.
Let me just share something. When I made the video shoot that somebody
criticized,
the video shoot we did. I think it was my birthday. We did a photo vlog.
Yeah, video. It was your birthday.
I uploaded it. An internet troll came to write under ugly. Do you know what I did? I pinned the comment.
What did the person write?
Ugly.
Ugly?
Yes, on my photo shoot, guys. My father gave birth to.
Jesus Christ.
My father calls me a handsome boy.
Jesus Christ. People are vicious.
You know what I did? I pinned the comment and I went down to write, wow, and I smiled. In 10 minutes, he deleted the comment.
Wow.
I wasn't going to take it personal. I was like, okay, let me put this thing outside now.
You know, this thing Pastor just said right now, I just remembered a huge Hollywood movie did it. So they created the movie and they put out the trailer, and then people were criticizing the trailer, saying a lot of awful things about it. When they released the movie, the cover art of the movie was all the criticism. So the movie took all the criticism and all the awful comments from people and made it and put it in the cover. Do you know everybody that saw that cover said, why would they put this? Why is it so bad? And they clicked, and immediately they clicked, they stayed and watched it. So it's using when you're so sure about the relevance of your gift, and if you've built it to the point where you're comfortable and it speaks to you and it has purpose to you, I think you would have some sort of confidence from it. So I think let me end by saying that God must be largely involved in giving the purpose and the relevance to that gift. Yeah, because sometimes youthful exuberance again or personal passion again can make you feel like this will be your purpose in life, but God has not spoken. And so sometimes people are actually speaking from people that know you and that are in charge of your life, maybe your pastors or that have seen something about you. They're telling you that this is not likely the way to go. But you yourself, you've not gotten any confirmation from God. It's now it becomes very tricky because the relevance you're getting is irrelevant from
maybe external.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
And another thing I want to chip it in is that sometimes it even happens to me. We just know a part of a person, and that's what we're used to, and then we find it difficult to see them some other ways. I think that's sometimes some things that people genuinely struggle with.
Isn't this just life you just said right now?
Yeah, it's not your work they're struggling with. Like,
it's one part of you.
It's one part of you I know, and that's what I'm used to. So I don't know what you're doing right. What you're
Let's
doing
wrap
right
up
now.
the video. Let's wrap up the video. Pastor, just give us the points of. Let's wrap up the video. Oh my God!
This.
Because it's true, Pastor.
Yeah, and to be very honest, forget that people are struggling with you. We also struggle with other people. It's the same thing like change. Justice, sometimes I don't hate you, but if you start putting some changes in your life, it's going to affect me. It's not like I hate your progress, but it's like I just love you on this level.
Oh my God.
It's reality.
How?
So I will begin to resist you, not because it's not from a point of hate. It's from a point like you're changing and I don't know this new person that you're about to turn into, and that fear of. So it's left for us sometimes to know, is this relationship really worth it?
You guys should listen to this man. You guys should stay listening to this man. Oh my
really
God.
Worth it? Some relationships are worth it where you can tell the person you can be safe. It doesn't matter what happens. I've been there with someone before that the person actually said, be rest assured, nothing is gonna change. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. To be honest, I didn't really feel it. I just took the person's word for it. But over time, I got confident. In that process, I fought. This is just, I'm being human here. In that process, I fought, not really like destructive fight, but human tantrums here and there.
Yeah.
Like, it's go up this you're doing now. That's why this is turning like this.
Yeah.
But I want to appreciate that particular person for keeping the emotional safety and valuing our relationship. To the point, the person always told me at every time, it's okay. Now that's for even a relationship that is worth saving. But sometimes, really, you're moving to the other next level. It's not malicious. There's some people that you just have to leave to move to where you are. You don't have to offer that safety to everyone.
Balance now. This is the balance.
Yes, and they're not bad people. It's just that there's no way
they can go with you.
They can go with you. That may not even be their part.
Yeah.
It's just like if we're traveling together, you're going to Port Harcourt, I'm going to Harcourt. We want to stay with each other.
Yes.
And I will love it selfishly.
True.
If you follow me to keep.
Yeah.
And leave what you're doing, but at some point you have what you have to do, and I have what I want to do. So I think sometimes don't go all out because people do not support your talent, they don't support your dreams and whatever you have. It doesn't necessarily, they just know you as this version of this person. Let's say if you're working in a hospital, for example, you're a very good trained surgeon and you made that hospital a renowned place and etc. And now all of a sudden you wake up and say you want to go and do farming. They're not going to.
Oh my God.
It just doesn't matter.
No matter how good you secretly were, they would not just rest.
No, it won't happen that way. And you should be able to move on.
You should be able to be mentally secure.
Yes. And many times, many good people catch up with you with time. It's life. Over time, we joke about difficult things. Like, I've been wrong many times about people and their decision. And I'm like, I'm so sorry about that too. Thank God you went out with what you did.
Wow.
And right now. So I think it takes a lot. I think God will help us for that emotional safety. Some way, somehow, I think I need to change the title of this video.
Yeah, and a lot of things we've talked about.
A lot has come about. Yeah. I don't know if
mental security.
I think it's with talent and medicine and all of those stuff. Yeah. So tell me, how do we start up? Like, okay, I have all the supports and I have everything from your life. Like, how can you say, okay, I want to start up with my dreams? I mean, first of all, is there any time too early for anybody in medical school to start up anything?
Well, first of all, before I answer anything, I just want us to look at. I'm having goosebumps, man. I'm having goosebumps because I've really gotten so much from what you said just this last few minutes, Pastor. So what you said, starting up anything? How can we start?
Yes, how can I start up? Let's say I want to get into music. Give us music tips.
Okay.
How do I start up?
A lot of people, I know there are a lot of young people out there now, especially in Ukraine, that are struggling to do music. They are passionate about it. They're struggling to do it.
And they release nobody. They listen.
Exactly.
Nobody.
And sometimes I know I don't even have a way to release. How do you do it, Justice? So I had a lot of help. You need to get help. Let me give credit to whom credit is due. Person that helped me musically to become a producing artist is my minister called Minister Israel.
Baba Easy.
Baba Easy. Please.
You guys all know him on this channel. Mental health discussion.
Complete credit to him. He helped me. So my point is, you need help. There's something you don't know how to do that somebody has done before that person can bring you to the knowledge of. And then next thing you need is you need to come on top of your game to start up. That person that wants to help you needs to see. There was one thing Mr. Israel told me when we were recording my first song. He was like, because of how much you've put into this, I'm going to pay for your next studio session. And he paid for the next studio session. I was shocked. I will never forget this. Studio session. I will never forget this. So you need to come on top of your game, whatever you're starting up. And then for people that don't have the resources, the money, you need discipline to do what? If you take 10 grievings to say, I want to buy a microphone, keep it. You need financial discipline to be able to build your goals. So
save up to start.
Yes. If your parents don't have the resources, and you know you don't have the resources, definitely you're getting money from somewhere at some point, at any time. You gotta be disciplined enough to save up. And then we'll go back to improving.
Develop. Be more concerned about development than blowing. What do you want to blow? You won't blow nonsense content out or something.
Very true.
I always tell young YouTubers, and I'm still a starting YouTuber, that until you make your first 100 videos, do not conclude. You have to learn. For example, let's use YouTube. A lot of things go into it. Content, editing, although thank God, filming, and all those other stuffs. So why are you looking for 7,000 views, 8,000 views? Many people stop. They start YouTube. I think you used to film people sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of them stop.
10 videos, you stop. Why? Because I'm not getting the views.
Toxic productivity.
Yeah. I don't really, to be very honest, I'm not really keen on views and subscribers. I can push to get a lot of subscribers. I did that to get my 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. In a day, I can get 400 subscribers. We've seen you do it. I can if I want to just. But you're building a community here. So for now, that basic things that you're talking about, I'm hitting. Produce value for people. Grow. It's not. There are many things aside blow, which I think when it comes to talent, and that's why many people will never blow, because all
they think about is blowing. Yes.
You will never. People who blew
rarely thought about blowing.
Yes. They just thought about, I like music.
Yes.
I want to record.
Very true.
I beg anywhere the way I feel
exactly. Yes.
I want to do gig.
And mistakenly, boom. Their song was.
I call it mistakenly, but they went through all the process.
Oh, sorry. Not mistakenly, but yeah.
And you see that people who are so consumed about, I want 1 million followers on Facebook. They don't have the strength.
Or you don't have the character support or
even the skill
support for 1 million followers.
No doubt, you may be a raw talent, and who isn't? To be honest, who isn't a raw talent?
Everyone is. Everyone is a potential talent.
And first of all, you have this ambiguous belief about your dreams that everybody does not. I posted something on my status. I said it's only the process that shows you the difference between how good you think you are in your head and how good you are in real life.
Explain that to us, Pastor.
You may think that, when a song comes to your head, this song will blow, this song is good, until you enter the studio and sing the first note and you're like, hey, then now you have to start writing.
It wasn't really as good as
it was not really as good.
Yeah.
Many times, ideas and dreams
that happens to me a lot.
Are so excellent in your mind.
So until they come out.
I'm like, this video, I'll record it.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey.
Yeah. Is this what I actually thought of recording?
So sometimes you feel like you're a good musician, but when you start recording, then you're not really that good.
I can totally relate to that. And
people will relate with you not on your finished product, they'll relate with you with what you have. So stay on that part. Content for years. We're giving you content for years. This man speaks wisdom. I wonder where you guys are. Where have you guys been? This is wisdom. We have to wrap up this content.
Oh my God.
I would think just peg it here.
Okay, yeah.
If you have questions, put it on the comment section. Just as my personal person, as long as we're still in the same
I'll be
we'll
there.
come back together and
respond.
make and he will be there to
respond.
Respond and answer all of your questions. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to see where I can wrap up what question can really bring everything together. So very good. What is the future of medicine in your hands?
That was a very well coined question to bring everything
Yes.
together. So the future of
Because by this time next year, we'll be telling you congratulations.
Yes, amen, amen.
Passed your exams
Amen.
and everything. Yes. So
well, I've every time I get to sit with Pastor, I get to have a peak of a new sense of direction. So today I've just learned that, to be honest, just finish and finish well. When you finish and finish well, you pay attention to every other way you can build yourself.
Yeah.
And become the person of your dreams and the person that God has called you to be. And eventually you be everything you want to be. So for medicine particularly, my plans for now is I got family in the US, I got family in the UK. So I've been talking about it, and my family decided that with me, conjunctively, we decided that
you make a certain decision.
Yes, a decision.
Don't bring it into everybody's.
Okay, yeah, we made a decision.
I'm trying to be African. Africa, so they've come to make a decision.
Yeah, we've come to a decision that I'm going to write an external exam.
Yeah.
And that exam, when I pass, by the grace of God, is going to lead the path for where I'm going to.
So medicine is for you now. It's like charting the path that your talent will ride on.
Oh, perfect. That was just it.
Yeah. I get that. And for most people, that's what it will eventually be. And it's not like your passion. Parents, I think, sometimes are scared. It's not like your passion will go out. Most people have seen that. You said that if you have land in Africa, for example, you build hospitals. And it's
not a wasted 6 year per se.
Yes.
It's not. It doesn't
necessarily. If you really fell in love with the profession, you can have 1 or 2 hours of consultation. You go to the hospital you own, you treat patients.
Exactly.
You go and do.
Exactly.
The goal in life is, let me not be too like us, for financial freedom. If you and then to be able to do what you want to do.
Yes.
But let's conclude with this. I think this wraps up the whole conversation. I just feel like there's just.
Because we could keep going, man.
Yeah.
We could keep going. It seems like an endless.
I think that everybody should be open to, I want to call it total growth. I want to use the term holistic productivity, but let me not confuse people too much. Total growth.
Yeah.
And I think I was discussing that with you. I think we're talking about medicine and skills and those things. I think
connection, relationships.
Yes. I think that let's all be in myopic. So let's think more about a holistic development for parents. Don't think there's more to your life your child's life than medicine.
Yeah.
For students, there's more to your life than medicine.
Very true.
Every area of our lives, a particular part is highlighted. Okay, which is like if you're in school is what is highlighted. But mind you, 6 years will roll fast, and then if you get your medical degree, what's the difference? We all have to think about this, even for our children. Somewhere I want this to be at the beginning of the video. And even as a student, you have to think about yourself. You're going to get a degree, medical degree, just like every other person, millions of doctors around the world. So what is going to make this medical degree different from any other person? And your other part of your life is what decorates.
It's what gives it texture.
Texture.
Woo.
So we all would end up being doctors, but you could be the doctor who sings. Do you understand?
Are you guys hearing this right now?
Eventually will be the doctor who probably speaks on YouTube.
And you know, to be honest, the corporate world employs people by the peculiarity of their person.
Another person,
and not just the certificate.
Another person will be a doctor who is into photography. He may take great pictures that may get into medical journals and all of those stuffs.
Wow.
So it boils down to developing your life totally. Now, medicine may be highlighted. We all chase after the degree. But many people are just so straightforward, and that's why they get trapped in the rat race. For anybody, you see comedians now, they put their name, let's say doctor, whatever.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Amongst other comedians now,
that
being a doctor sets them.
Yes, amongst other comedians, true.
So
very true.
As we study in medical school, let's not lose that sight of
that
part. So I believe that concentrate on your schoolwork or whatever area of your life is highlighted. Some people it's not medicine.
Yeah.
Maybe some other thing, family life. Concentrate on that, but don't lose track on the tiny little details. Tie the knots of your keyboard lessons. Tie the knots of your business lesson. Know what is important per time. So you give that maybe 50%, and then don't lose out on the other 30%. and 20, because next stage of your life could be the 30% of now.
Wow.
Medicine goes down and then that rises. If you are not working on that 30%, when that time starts, you will have a difficult time in rising. So I think we could conclude here today. So what words do you have to say?
To be honest, I came here as a guest once, but I'm living blessed. Oh my God. I think I would just say that this has been an amazing conversation for me. And I'm just going to go back and the most important thing I'm going to do after this conversation is work on getting a good mental space in life.
It's very, if you're going to
that's one thing I got from
if you're going to be a content creator or anyone who brings anything, in fact in life everybody's a content creator, to be honest. If you're a doctor, you're giving your information, your patient will judge you. They will say this doctor no good, they go the other person.
True. You need a very secure space. So I'll just tell you guys, just work on that. All this plenty impulsiveness when stuff is being said might not be necessary.
And then parents as well, I know you're particular about this particular part of this child's life, but don't deny them the ability to tighten the other areas of life. So thank you so much.
Such a whole video. It's a whole video.
It's a lot of justice. It's like you unpacked things.
Oh my God.
Justice.
Pastor, you unpacked more. It's like he's the guest.
Amen.
It's like he's the guest. After that, we're going to go back to the screen and see who had more time.
But at the end of the day, guys, let me just say, I said I'm not saying some words. Please do not color you.
Alright guys, thank you very much. We love you. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. See you next time. God bless you.
Bye bye.
No, bye bye.